Donald Morton.
Dr. Donald Morton.
Donald Morton.
Dr. Donald Morton.
Dr. Donald Morton.
Dr. Donald Morton. Dr. Donald Morton is an award-winning social entrepreneur known for his innovative social solutions.
Based on this fatherhood and manhood issue in droves, in incredibly large numbers. And I felt it necessary for someone to have a voice like yourself to do the work of restoring men in our society. And I've been doing that work ever since.
His latest solution is expressed as the CEO of Remand.
So Remand, the nonprofit, is about helping brothers that are coming out of prison, brothers that are dealing with child support, brothers that are the most marginalized of our communities, helping them with their character and the institutions that impact them. And then the LLC, our for-profit arm, is really attempting to address the CEOs and CFOs and entrepreneurs and people like that say, look, I got issues too as a Black man. My issues are a bit different because I'm in the C-suite. And how it plays out in the C-suite is very different than how it plays out on the block and those brothers that are coming out of re-entry. But here's the deal. All of us the same, for real, for real.
Dr. Morton is the former executive director of the Complexities of Color Coalition. As executive director of the coalition, he worked to congregate Wilmington, Delaware's African American community in order to create comprehensive strategy to influence institutions, policies, and laws. Dr. Morton has over 25 years of experience in African American community leadership. Remand is deeply personal. While he's glad that thousands of men are on this journey with him, it was started because he needed liberation. He was broken and bound, and he was fighting to put his life back together after divorce, infidelity, business challenges, bankruptcy, and a life destroyed by being the worst liar ever. Yes, Dr. Morton was a liar until he faced himself and proved his signature science, the character arc. Then and only then was he ready to lead men to learn and live the science of being remanded.
What's up, y'all? Good to see you. Good morning to you. The numbers are climbing. Let's see if I can't turn this off. I can multitask, but not really. The research says that you ain't really multitasking in the way that you think you are. You're not effective at it anyway. So let me say good morning to everyone that is popping on. Facebook user, somebody with a mask on is saying good morning or saying amen. And another Facebook user with a mask on is saying good morning. What's up? Like y'all, Epps is saying good morning. Just Johnny Bazemore. Johnny, we need some stock. No, that Epps. We can see your name, black man. We can see your name. It wasn't you. It was Johnny Bazemore, who said good morning, and we didn't know who it was. And I also saw Elder Tracy Payne as well, right? Yeah, we got to get this fixed. But that's something you got to do, black man. I don't know how to get it fixed other than how we are currently doing it. So I want to say, oh, there she is. Crystal Fendi Styles Clark. Good morning to you. I pray everything is well. Leroy, say good morning to the people, man.
Good morning to the people. How was that weekend?
Hope that weekend was real good to you. Hope you got out and what I say had some fun this weekend. But it's time to go to work. Time
Time
to
to go to
go to
work.
work.
Yeah, time to make the donuts. Put it in
Right.
the chat. What did y'all do this weekend? Um, put it in the chat. What did y'all do this weekend? Let me know. I'd like to know exactly what happened this weekend. Did you guys have fun? And let us know exactly what you had fun doing. The wonderful Marla Michelle, took me on a day just to kind of pamper and get some self-care in. I have been really burning the midnight oil. I'm doing a bunch of stuff at once, y'all. Ep said went to my niece's sweet 16 birthday party. Okay, so let me get this straight, Eps. You went to your niece's sweet 16 birthday party as a grown man. You was at the party. Did
What's wrong
you?
with that?
Huh? I'm
What's wrong with that?
just saying. Just asking a question. It's the Grown Man Podcast. I'm asking a question. Did you dress in pink? Did you tie your shirt in the front? Did you? It
So
was
he gonna be a deadbeat uncle and not go.
that ain't a deadbeat uncle. It was
Not going to your niece's 16th birthday party and not being a deadbeat uncle.
No, absolutely not. He said no Negro. I'm just asking a question. If you wore pink and you tied your shirt in the front, like I would just like to know if that was your attire. If everybody had wings on, did you have wings on? I'd like to know. The Facebook users are not friends of yours, they are followers, so it's posted globally, anyone can view. Okay, is that what's going on? Crystal, thank you. Because I'm just kind of over it in the same way that Johnny Bazemore is. Just kind of over it. Don't come for me. I'm just asking questions that I know people want to know, because you are an OG of Remand. We have a certain reputation, and I'm concerned that you were at a sweet 16 birthday party for your niece.
Okay. Johnny, I got your back, Johnny. Okay. What'd you say you did this
Johnny, that's
weekend?
Tramel.
No. What'd you say you did this weekend?
Wait, that's Tramel that's talking. That's not Johnny.
I thought you said him.
No. Johnny is having a difficult time showing his name. So that's Johnny. Johnny's having a difficult time showing his name. Tramel is saying that he went to a sweet 16 birthday party for his niece.
Okay, well, I totally missed Tramel. I didn't hear that name at all. So
Yeah, that's
okay.
Tramel. That's it.
So all right, well, I got your back, Tramel. What'd you say you did this weekend, bro?
Who, me? I went and got a massage and a haircut and a beard trim. Man stuff.
You went and got your nails done too, the
I didn't
mani
get my
pedi,
nails
right?
done.
Yeah, but you had a massage though.
I didn't
But
get
you
a
had a massage
manicure
though.
or pedicure. However, I do get manicures and pedicures because that's a part of hygiene. That's a part of hygiene.
But yet being a good uncle and wishing you going to wish you is not part of being a good person.
It has nothing to do with being a good uncle. I'm a great uncle. I'm a great uncle, and I have never. This is just me. Tramel again says, "Don't come for me, Tramel." Stephanie Lyons said she went to dinner Pete's dueling piano. Is that, Steph? Tell me about that. And visited with my daughter. So you didn't go to a Sweet 16, Steph? Leroy probably wanted to go. He's a little upset. Tremel said,
No, they got nothing to do with that. I believe in supporting my family. And if it's my niece's sweet 16 birthday, I want to be a good uncle and say, hey, I'm stopping through. Want to wish you a happy birthday. Here's give you a present or give you a couple dollars and all of that, those things.
And are you
I think that would be that would fall right into being a grown man.
Are you staying for the party? Are you blowing out candles? Are you sitting there with?
Why would a man blow out somebody else's candles?
Huh?
It's her party. Why would he be blowing out candles?
Because people do that all the time.
Wait a minute. So wait a minute. Let me get this straight. No, wait a minute. So you wait a minute. So you go to a party, you go to somebody else's birthday party, you go to someone else's birthday party, and you blow out their candles. It's their birthday. You've done that, or you know somebody that has done that.
Yeah, I've seen multiple people blow out a cake. I've seen that happen over and over again.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's not abnormal. To have a bunch of people blow out the cake. I'm just saying, just like, well, yeah. So, no, I don't tear up the sheets, my brother. This black male excellence over here. I don't tear up the sheets. I make sure my nails are done, my feet are done. I just didn't do it this time. And I probably need to go, quite honestly, Epps. I should ask Lala if my feet are a little rough right now. Let's see. Stephanie Lyons, a board member of Remand, said nope, she didn't go to a Sweet 16 birthday party. Epps, you put 2 question marks up. What's that mean? Crystal says, so hold up, Don. Are you telling me that you're not attending Gigi's Sweet 16 next year? Won't do it. Will not be there. And love Gigi, but will not be in the house. Pete's was a great experience for those that love music, sing along, and genres of all kinds. Okay, cool. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. Let's see. Dawn said, good morning, gentlemen. What's up, Dawn? They trying to, I'm checking all peoples today because Tremel, the founding member of Remand, decided that he would go to his niece's Sweet 16 party. And he knew, because he knows me, he's been with me almost 25 years. I think the last time we count, what we count, 24 years? 24 years we've been friends. He knows that as soon as he told me, I would have something to say. Good morning, Dwight. Good to see you, man. Listen, y'all, I want to shout out my boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., who actually, I'm a co-op. We have a problem. I know we have a problem. Yeah, 24 years. Yeah, 24 years. I'm going to co-op the Black History Moment today because I really want to shout out my boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., who spent his weekend not at the Sweet 16 party. He didn't do that, but clearly he would have if he had an opportunity. He spoke this weekend at a business expo, and I didn't get a chance to really see it. I mean, there were clips of other speakers, but I saw some of the comments on his page, and people were really talking real good about the talk that he gave. I know that he has an acronym for leader or leadership, and I think that's what he talked about. Leroy, congratulations on a great weekend, man. How did that go? How did that feel? I followed along as much as I could, but talk about how that went and how that felt.
No, it was actually a phenomenal event. It was the Level Up Business Conference, which
Level
was
Up Business.
Level Up Business Conference.
Got it,
Yeah.
got it,
But it was hosted by a good, great friend of mine. Her name is Catherine Trotter. She and I have been business partners. We've partnered in doing things. We actually co-hosted, I co-hosted a podcast with her last year. And she's just a great woman doing some great things in and for the community. And this was another one of her events. And I mean, just the whole experience of what she had, from the speakers to the food to the engagement, the networking that was able to go on. It was a great time. And as you mentioned, I was one of the speakers that she had, because she had several speakers. One gentleman was he did banking, I think it was, or loans. There was another gentleman that talked about IT. It was a couple of the ladies that were like motivational speakers. So there was wrapped around what they kind of do as far as the programs that they have and stuff like that. So it was a great event, great attendance, and just was our the National Black Unity News was there,
I
Mr.
saw that too.
Murphy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So just phenomenal. I mean, he's always pushing the media out there, especially the National Black Unity News, to be a part of these great community events and things that are going on. Um, I was blessed to be one of the speakers, and as you mentioned, I did speak on the art of leadership, which focuses on the focus was on my book, or around my book, I should say. But being the question was, are you a leader? And the acronym, the characteristics that make up what I believe is a leader. And that's, listening and learning and empowering, assisting, developing, executing, and getting the results. So it was just a great day. It was a great day.
Yeah.
And when you a part of experiences like that, and you see how what can happen when we connect the dots, when we intentionally um, you know surround ourselves with like-minded people, when we intentionally network to be able to expand our business ecosystem, when people come together to be able to say, hey, how can I assist you, how can I make your business, support you and your business, and everybody's on that same page. It's and everybody came to learn.
Yeah.
The those that were in attendance. I said this in my live this morning. I was like, I was the pitcher and the glass today. I mean, on Saturday, I poured into, but
Mm,
also got poured into. So
yeah.
it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
really, it was great to be a part of of that event. So shout out to Catherine, because she did a phenomenal job, and her sponsors and partners that she had. The food was absolutely crazy, because they had continental breakfast, but then the lunch was even it was even better too.
Hmm.
So the caterers were the food was excellent. Everything was excellent all the way around, 5 star.
Outstanding, man. Tanisha Chantilly Johnson. What's happening, my friend? Good to see you. Um, thank you for tuning into the Grown Man Podcast. We are. I have decided it really isn't. Leroy didn't have anything to do with it. He probably found out at the same time that y'all found out. Don't do me like that. I'm just reading what's on the screen. I'm reading what's on the screen. um, and Dwight says, tempted me. Oh yeah. Dwight is in the blackout period.
Oh yeah, I I was Dwight. Let me real quick story. I'm with Dwight because he came to the event and he's at my table. He's helped me out with the table, and I appreciate him being there with me, cool brother. So when we were first there, I'm like, yeah, bro. At least you ain't got to have the aroma of the food, but the continental breakfast, you got muffins, you got your water. It's nothing that really smell. But then I didn't realize that there was lunch. And all I did was laugh because we sitting there and I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I totally forgot that he was on the fence. I was like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry because that food was whipping outside my nose. So I know he was going through it. I was like, and at the end, I was like, bro, get you a plate, take it with you, eat it later. Cause that food was good. I was like,
But that's the power of discipline, right?
And that's what we talked about.
There are a lot of people, Leroy, you know this because you've been through the blackout period. There are a number of elements to the blackout period, but one element is that we go on a fast, and it's what we do during that fast that really matters. But the fast opens you to be able to receive, right, and to be connected. And so shout out to Dwight, bro, for holding fast, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm really proud of him, and shout out to you for, I'm sure, being empathetic, right? Because you know what he's going through in that moment, and so way to hold it down for both you guys. Look, Marvin is here. He says, good morning. Sorry I'm late. You're not forgiven. You're not forgiven for being late. If we were late, then you would be honest. Do better, Marvin. Do better. I'm coming in hot this morning. I don't know what's wrong. But it really is about clarity, right? So there are 5 C's that happen in the blackout period. 5 C's that happen in the blackout period. Connection happens, right? Both with my creator and my brothers. Connection happens, and then cleansing takes place, right? Clarity takes place. Confidence takes place. So there are Marv, you laughing, bro. You laughing, but listen, show up on time or quit. That's what you would tell us. Just show up on time or quit. You and Crystal, show up on time or quit. That's a memo that is inner office that Leroy sent out to the rest of our team over here at Remand. Leroy told me, he said, hey man, either Crystal and Marvin are going to do the job or they should quit. They should step down. And I said, Leroy, man, they're a great asset. He said, I don't give a damn that they're a great asset, Donald. They need to step up to the plate or they need to quit.
And both of y'all know that's a lie because y'all know I don't curse. So that's the first. That's the first way y'all know it ain't true. So
Crystal said, actually, you were late. For the record, you started at 10:03. No, I didn't. I pushed that button at 9:59. I don't know what time it showed up, but I pushed that button at 9:59. Don't come for my co-producer when he didn't call you in the office. Steph said, that don't even sound like Leroy. Yeah, Leroy. Listen, Leroy got y'all fooled. I have been cussed out on many of occasions with Leroy. He did so with tact and with savvy. He did it in the right way, but he used a choice words. But he was right, and so I've had to kind of say yes, sir. One time just kind of brought me to tears because he was a little overbearing. But on for the most part, he is. I'm praying for you and Leroy. Yeah, pray for me. Leroy is the hammer. Leroy uses Bill Cosby cuss words. Little flurf.
You cannot say filth on filth. that is probably the funniest
Philip
stand-up ever,
Philip
man.
Powell.
Yeah, that's the
Absolutely.
funniest stand-up ever, man.
Absolutely, bro. Without question. Without question. So so again, thank you, Lala, for she just we had couples massage, just kind of Leroy, man. I mean, to keep it a buck, bro, I was just so tired, man. And sometimes you don't know how much energy you exert, right? Until you get to the moment where your body just crashes. And
Mhm.
that's really where I was. And it was in that moment, before you get to put the hoodies up, talk about how the show will be once a week. Yes, ma'am, I will. I'm gonna do that right now, Crystal. Thank you. I we work hard every day, Leroy. I mean, people get a chance to see us on here and they see, us clowning and things of that nature. But we work hard every day. And a part of what I've discovered about myself is I will work until I am exhausted, just absolutely exhausted. And so I began to look at, over the course of the weekend, I got 4 minutes to get this out to y'all, how I wanted to approach Grown Man Podcast, how I wanted to approach Remand, all of the things that I've got to approach and address. I began to just kind of look at that and see if there are ways in which I can be a little more efficient with my time. So Crystal's reminding us to talk about the time change. I am moving to 1 day a week and not 5 days a week. Mondays will be our time. And I've got so much as an organization grows and as it develops. I don't know whether you guys know this. I'm sure you do and agree. I'm sure Crystal does, and her line of work. Leroy does. He owns his own business. Tramel says this is why Leroy drinks out of a red cup, because he deals with you. yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'll drive anybody to drink. Ain't no doubt about it. As Leroy said this to me, Leroy, when I mentioned the quote, man, we'll take it over into putting the hoodies up and talk about it. I don't remember what time it was, probably within the last couple of months, you said this to me. The more in demand a person is, the more busy a person is, the less time a person has. And what I have found is my time is incredibly limited, and I've had to make some strategic decisions about how I spend it. Right. And so we will do the Grown Man Podcast 1 day a week. It will be on Mondays because it forces us to be really concise with the Grown Man Podcast. We can't be all over the place because Leroy has to go and do another podcast, and I've got things now that are scheduled for my Mondays immediately after the podcast. So the more savvy you become with business, the more strategic you are with everything that you do. And that is where I'm happy about the growth of Remand. I'm happy about the demand of Remand. I'm happy about its direction. But I've got to make sure that I'm always steering the ship and always doing that which is going to get me and the organization to where the organization is designed to be. So Mondays at 10 o'clock, the Grown Man Podcast will have a show once a week now, not 5 times a week. We will not be on 5 times a week. We will be on Mondays and give you the same great content that we've always given you. It would just be 1 time a week. It's time to put the hoodies up, Leroy, and I'd like to kind of go into a little bit more of what we're talking about now. Crystal, you see how I did that? Marv, you see how I did that? Perfect segue. Y'all give me some applause out there, or say filth, flare, filth, and foul. Like like Leroy cusses, like Cosby cusses. Leroy, I when was that we had that conversation, man? About thank you, Marv. Thank you so much. Leroy, when was it that we had that conversation about what exactly was the quote? Because I just butchered it, right? But there was a point where you were saying to me, thanks, Dwight. You were saying, hey, bruh, the more demanding the organization becomes, or you become, the less time you have. It's not the more time you have, the more growth and popularity, so on and so forth. Can you kind of give the quote and explain it? Because I think I just butchered it a bit.
No, we were having a conversation about the leaders that we were discussing: Dr. King, Brother Malcolm X, Fred Hampton, and those successful businessmen, Mr. Reginald F. Lewis, those people that are successful. The more successful you are, the more your time is demanded.
That's what
People want your time.
Yeah.
And so, you know, the thing was with Dr. King, with Brother Malcolm X, yeah, they were these great orators and great speakers, and people began to demand their time. So as a consequence, the sacrifice became not being with their children, not being with their family.
Yeah.
And the more successful you are as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, as a, you know, as an individual, the more people will want your time. So you have to be able to um you have to be responsible with it, and you have to be careful and mindful of where you spend it, how you spend it, and those things that you want to spend it on, because you know what got you to be successful is what is what will keep you being successful. You can't, you know, say, okay, once you get to, I heard well, you can't get to a certain level and then you say, okay, I'm here, and then you become complacent. All right, you know, I'm here, I'm good, this, that, and the other, because as you move up that ladder, you know, more people know of you, more people want you. Eric Thomas started off doing Thank God It's Monday.
Mm-hmm.
The videos that he did, you know, on Mondays, these motivational videos that he did on Monday. And the more popular the videos became, the more people wanted to hear him speak.
Mm-hmm.
And so as a consequence, in order for him and his business and his brand to grow, he had to begin to spend more time getting, you know, doing those particular events. And he still, to this day, still puts out videos 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's more than just Monday now. I think, and I don't know if he started off doing them all week or, but I know specifically he was doing the Thank God It's Monday. That's what he got known for, was doing these great motivational videos every Monday morning, putting them out and everything like that. So as you become more successful, people, because you're successful, because your reputation, your name, your brand becomes something that people want. I mean, you think about it, the Walmart became Walmart because people, it was a successful business. It's a successful store that people could go to. And so as a consequence of it becoming more successful, it spread itself out in order to be able to accommodate the more people. And it's the same way for us as entrepreneurs. The more successful you become, the more successful your brand becomes, the more demand there is for your products, for your services, for you, and the time that you do. You know, your time that you get, and being able to serve those that you know that are your clients. So it's a balance that you have to have.
Yeah,
If you don't
I
want,
think that's the word, right?
yeah,
Because as I'm listening to you share that, I really internalized that moment that we had. It was actually a pivotal moment um, in the business for me, and it was a pivotal moment in the in my marriage and my family, because one of the things that Remand is built on is the fact that you can have it all. You don't have to have a thriving business and lose your family. I've done that. I've done that. And you don't have to have, excuse me, a tremendous family life and lose yourself. I've done that. You can literally have it all. Here's something that I would offer as we talk about mastering the business basics, right? I want to talk to brothers about mastering the business basics. There are 5 areas, actually 6 areas of business basics that I want you guys to really think about today as we kind of spend these next 15 minutes. And I'm about to, for those of you that are interested, I'm about to put out a course, a free course for the brothers. If you're inside Remand University, you'll get the link. That really deals with mastering the business basics. You got to set up a company that has the potential to be profitable. And I am telling you that many times we don't set up properly. And because we waste a lot of time, the reason why Leroy's comments to me were kind of astounding is because it forced me to go back, Crystal, look at my life, Tramel, look at my life, Dwight, and say, where am I wasting time? Where am I wasting time? What is it that I'm doing in my personal life and in business that I just don't have to do, shouldn't be doing, spending more time than is necessary doing? If you're going to be a successful business owner, you're going to have to reevaluate how you're doing business. King, Leroy mentioned King and Malcolm and those guys. Let's see what Dwight says. No sacrifice is greater to become who I really am. Excuse me. Yeah. Right. So even in the 31 days that Dwight is in this period of self-reflection and introspection, he has to take those 31 days really seriously and really discover who he is, discover what he's about, who he's about. And I will tell you that for the most part, there are a lot of us that are business owners that waste a lot of time. No one is there to oversee us. No one is there to say, hey, do this, do that, do the other. No one's there to do it. So because no one's there to do it, we oftentimes self-sabotage because we don't have some of the business basics in place that are going to cause us to be successful. So I want to give you 6 business basics that I want you to go back, Marv, look at your business and ask yourself whether or not you have these things in place. Here's number 1. Number 1 of mastering the business basics to having a profitable business is, what's your structure of your business? And when I talk about the structure of your business, I'm not talking about something what I'll talk about in a moment. I'm not talking about operations and systems. I'm talking about, are you set up as an LLC? Are you set up as a nonprofit? Are you set up as an S Corp? Like, how are you set up in business? And a lot of times, because we don't really know how to set up, there's this fast approach now that everybody's saying just get an LLC. Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Right. So until you're asking yourself the questions on the front end about, how your business should be set up to maximize profitability. Because here's what a friend of mine said recently that I'm hoping we will get to as business owners, right? There are many Black men who are in business just to say that they're in business. The goal of business is profitability. The goal of business is profitability. The goal of business is to meet a demand, to meet a need, to answer a problem, right? And to be profitable in doing so. In the Black community, we have so much of hookup mentality, do this for me, scratch my back, so on and so forth. And there's room for that. I think all of us have to have a line item. We should have a line item in our business plan and in our budget that allows for us to be able to address, address, the hookup, right? We should actually have a line item in the budget called the hookup. Like, who am I going to hook up if they ask for it? But once that line item is gone, then it's gone, right? So Leroy, in 30 seconds, man, talk about the importance of structure, how our businesses are founded, upon which structure is our business founded: LLC, S Corp, INC, nonprofit, C Corp. There are a number of different ways in which our businesses can be structured that I don't know that we spend a lot of time talking about.
No, and that's one of the keys to why businesses fail within the first 5 years, because they don't adequately define what kind of business they are or what's the best fit for the type of business that they have. And that takes research. Looking at your product, looking at your service, looking at the industry, the particular industry that you're looking to be able to enter into, and understand, hey, is it best for me to start off as a sole proprietor? Is it best for me to start off as an LLC, an LLP? And what's the definition of each of those, so that I know the difference? You got to start off by knowing the definition of each of those. And as you have a clear understanding and you gain that clarity, you can say, okay, this is the one that best fits, me, my business. And that way, once you get down the road, you aren't trying to change it or find out that you can't change it, because you can always go from a sole proprietor to an LLC or S corp, but you cannot go from an S corp down to a sole proprietor. So knowing those things and understanding those things is key to you being successful. But it all begins, like you said, it all begins with identifying and defining what what your business is, what type of entity your business should be, and best fits you
Yeah.
in that entity. So
Here's number two, y'all. You got to be able to be clear about the product and service that you offer, right? Be clear about the product and service that you offer. There are many of you that have so many things in the marketplace, we don't really know what you offer. Right? Like what do you want to be known for? I will tell you unequivocally that I'm interested in being top of mind when anyone wants anything to do with Black men. I want to be top of mind. I want to be top of mind when any company wants to be able to address their culture. I want to be top of mind. I want to be top of mind when anyone wants to say, hey, I understand that there is a character business, a character husband, a character, like there's a connection between character and success. I want to be top of mind. I want to be one of the best speakers on character in the country and in the world. I want to be top of mind. So Leroy, can you talk about the importance of being clear? That's what Dwight was talking about a moment ago. He's gaining clarity during the 31 days of the blackout period. Talk about the importance of being clear about what you actually offer and not always running into this shiny new thing syndrome where you're offering everything everybody else is offering.
I need everybody to write this down. Clarity of purpose. Being clear about what you do, how you do it, and then making sure that every decision that you make sticks to that. Popeyes does chicken. That's all they do every day, all day. Now you might go there on Sunday night, get some chicken. I'm just saying though, how you say I do chicken, but then you ain't got chicken. That's the craziest thing. My best friend called me up the other day. She stopped at Popeyes. She was like, I'm pissed off. I was like, what's going on? She said, I go to Popeyes, this Popeyes, and they ain't got no chickens. You already got your clarity of purpose. You know what it is that you do. You do chicken. Come on. But being clear about your mission, about your purpose, and clear about the problem that you solve.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Being crystal clear about that and making sure that you do that. You do that with a persistence and an abandonment each and every day. This is what I get up for. This is what I do each and every day. This is the problem that I solve, and I go out each day to solve that problem for someone.
Yeah.
Clarity of purpose, y'all.
Clarity of purpose. What's up, Coach? Coach is very clear about
yes,
what
yeah, absolutely.
Clear,
absolutely,
right?
Coach is clear.
So you have to have a proper structure. You have to have a proper structure. Right. Number two, you have to be clear about your product or service that you offer. What problem do you solve in the market? Thirdly, write this down. Branding is how you get known. Branding is how you get known.
Yep.
You have to have a brand. The brand is who they know you, who they talking about you to be when you ain't around. What's your brand say? Right? Leroy, talk about the importance of branding, man. We're gonna rush a little bit because both of us got to hop off at a certain time.
Nah, branding is for sure how how you get what you get known for, and be clear about Nike is known for just do it. It's tennis shoe. We do tennis shoe. We're the #1 tennis shoe brand in the world. That's what they're known for. With me, every opportunity with my business, it has to do with enlightening power and impact. That's my brand. Everybody that knows me, that knows JNF Enterprises, knows that they're gonna be taught something, be equipped with something, and then they're gonna be impacted to do something. Remain working within what we do with Remain, we know without our brand is specifically geared towards adult. It's the premier. I love that. I love that, Martin. The premier. What do you say? The premier organization for adult Black men.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we are known for.
Absolutely.
That's what we do at Remain.
And I also want to, those of you that can see it, I want you to see how Marvin Harris is dressed, right? In his picture, right? Suited and booted. A part of what we better get back to is having a sense of dignity with how we show up. Right. I'm not saying that there aren't times for you to dress down, but we done taken this dress down thing to a whole nother level. Right. And if you want to be known, right, because how you show up is important. If you want to be known and want to be taken seriously. Now, I've got some friends whose brands are dressed down, like my friend Marquell Russell. Marquell Russell's brand is dressed down with a backpack. He got gold teeth. That's his brand. He's brilliant, and he won't change his brand because your brand, write this down too, y'all. Your brand has to be authentically aligned with who you are. People today can smell a phony a mile away. All right. So your brand has to be authentically aligned with who you are. Leroy, marketing, write this down, y'all. Marketing is how you get found. It's the vehicles that you use to be ubiquitous, to be all over the place, omnipresent. Right? Leroy, talk about the importance of identifying marketing strategies that get you into different places that you wouldn't otherwise be able to be found if you didn't have a solid marketing strategy.
Yeah, if you don't know how to be found, or if you get found in the wrong place, you will not be successful. Where it's not just about how you get found, but where are you being found? Because if if you have a lawn care service and you are on,
You in
you know,
Arizona.
yeah, and you are trying to talk to some electricians or people that need an electrician. It's not gonna connect. It's not gonna connect. So being found is a key component to your success as a brand, and doing your homework, doing your due diligence to understand, okay, this is where my target audience is. These are the places that I need to be, whether it's social media, and defining which social media platforms is best for you, fits your market. Where, in your city are those places, events, those things where you need to be. How do I put myself in front of the people whose problem that I solve? That's what marketing is.
That's what marketing is. Here's the next one that we want to get to. We're gonna push through them, y'all. So stay with us. Sales is how you get paid. I'm gonna offend some people, but just hear me. You got to find a way to get to the money. You got to find a way to get to the money. You're not in business just to be in business. You're in business to make sure you get to the money. One of the challenges that I had, Leroy, we got 2 minutes, man. So one of the challenges that I had, bruh, is because I come out of the church world, right? I would do what I do for free. It's a call. It's a call. So can you talk about the importance of finding your way to the money, right? Because we're in business to make impact, but we're also in business to make income.
Yeah, and we have to understand that money is a resource, y'all. It's not a bad thing. And in order for you to effectively run a business, keep the lights on and everything else, you have to ensure that there's an income coming in. That means the problem that you solve, how you solve it, people are willing and should be willing to pay for that product or service that you offer, for how you solve that problem. And we've got to understand, our mindset has to be, yes, I solve a particular problem and at a certain level that warrants me to be able to be paid at a certain, to a certain extent.
For sure. For sure.
That's
Absolutely.
it. Can't be afraid of the money.
Can't be afraid of the money. And lastly, operations, systems, SOPs, all of those things are how you get advanced. Your business does not grow unless and until you find operations as a part of your business. Leroy, we got 30 seconds, man. Give it to us.
One of the other reasons why businesses are not successful is because they do not take care of the setting up the operations on the front end and ensuring that they have sustainability in those processes. One of the reasons why Operation Breadbasket, I learned this reading that book. One of the reasons that the Operation Breadbasket was not successful and had no sustainability was because they did not have in place processes, systems in place in order for it to be successful.
Yeah.
So if you want to be successful, you've got to have the back end of your business on solid, on solid ground.
And you got to have the back end of your business on solid ground on the front end.
Yep.
Listen to me when I tell you this, y'all. As a business owner, if you want to be successful, you're going to have all these things in place. And you're going to have to shift your mind about how all of these things work. If you're interested in the 6-part video series that I'm giving away for absolutely free to every single brother that is inside the Remand community, just DM me and say, hey, man, I want that. It'll be up inside Remand University, but it'll be segmented so that only you can be able to access it. I want to help you master the business basics. I don't want to be, someone said this to me recently, Donald, in order for you to be aligned with your vision and mission of having it all, you have to be able to have a profitable business, have a great marriage and family. That's what it means. So you can't do everything for the business, not take care of your family. You can't do everything for your family, not take care of yourself. You can't, right? So you got to be able to have it all. Got to be able to master it all. I'm on a mission to master it all, right? And so an efficient use of my time is absolutely necessary. I pray that you guys have benefited from today's Grown Man Podcast. See you on next Monday at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell all your people about it. It was a little clunky today because we're new to it. It doesn't even sound right to say see y'all next week, but I am learning to do it in a way based on principle and not just based on the feelings of it all. I love and respect y'all. Leroy, have an incredible day, black man. And
Yes,
we will tell you guys on the count of 3. Y'all know what we're going to tell y'all to do. 1, 2, 3.
Be gone.
Talk soon, y'all. Peace.